Target aligned to the arrows of a script pre-encoded in marrow and vein, to ensure that the system extracts the pain. The gravity pulling the kiss to the cheek, the strong manipulate in the hand of the weak. You fashioned a vessel to carry the blame, etched it with treason before it had name. It requires a binary death to align the brutal equation of mercy divine. One son to bleed and the other to hang. The silence that followed the hammer's claim. The altar is double, the payment is twin. The catalyst needed to solve it, the sin. No glory in rising without the descent. The Savior is nothing without the false friend. Accepted the sop with the weight of a stone, a complicit agreement to die alone. The machinery needed a hand on the gear to validate prophecy, summon the spear. The physics of grace requires a loss, the tree of the rope and the tree of the cross, the collision of bodies to settle the dead. A tragedy written before we were mad. It requires a binary death to align the brutal equation of mercy divine. One son to bleed and the other to hang. The silence that followed the hammer's clang. The altar is double, the payment is twin. The catalyst needed to solve it, the sin. No glory in rising without the descent. The Savior is nothing without the false friend. Let's deconstruct the architecture of the plea. You claim omnipotence and sovereignty, yet the mechanism for your grand reprieve required a murder for us to believe. You couldn't just speak it, you couldn't just say. The ledger is clear, go on your way. You lack the capacity to innovate beyond a primitive blood-soaked fate. You rigged the table, you marked the card to make the forgiveness sufficiently hard. Suicide by proxy, the coward's designed to wash your own hands in the blood of the vine. You sacrificed Jesus to satisfy you, but sacrificed Judas to see the thing through. A double extraction, a waste of the breath. An infinite God addicted to death. If this is the best that your wisdom provides, I pity the heaven where your logic resides. A broken computer, a loop in the code, the deficit found in the holy abode. The silver is cash, the logic is flawed. The jaw of the beast are the heavenly laws. The cycle is closed, the rope is the sign, the deficit in the Father's design. God at me. The